So this is a bucket hat or a sun hat. I made this using only the single crochets, as you can see, and you can make it larger with bigger yarn and hook size. Okay, I use a 3.5 mm hook with this weight 3 yarn for this one, and it measures about 6 inches from the top to here. And the size, this is the size, as you can see. If you still need it bigger, please do use a different yarn and hook size. So let's start by making a magic ring. So hold the yarn like that, and in this first row here, your chain 1 will count as a stitch. Okay, so you chain 1 and that will count as your first single crochet. So close the ring a little and make 5 single crochet into this ring. Make sure you get both the strand of your yarn together like that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5, and this is what you get. So you leave your loop like that and close the ring, and you'll have this, and then you can join on your first chain. This is the chain that we made, so join in that. With a slip stitch, and you can slip stitch into the next stitch and chain 1, and from this round onwards, from the second round, the chain 1 is not our stitch. So into the first stitch you are going to make 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So take this tail with you so you don't have to weave it when you're done. So 1, 2, and in each stitch you are going to work 2 single crochets, and if you count, you should have 12 single crochet by the end of this row, which means we always have 6 increases in every row. So that's already 3, and this is 4, and this is 5, and the 6th one right here. And this is your first single crochet, this one. So do this and close your circle, and chain 1 again. So we will always start our row with an increase, so make 2 single crochet into your first stitch, and this chain is not your stitch. So into the first stitch make 2 single crochet, and if you need, put a marker right behind your first single crochet so it'll be easier for you to see when we join, because we are not going to join in chain 1, we are going to join in this space right here, just like we did for the previous row here. So we will start with an increase, and then you will have 1 single crochet into the next stitch. So that's 1, and into the next you are going to have an increase again with 2 single crochet in the same space. So for this row, this is what we are going to repeat. You have an increase after each single crochet. Increase, single crochet, increase, single crochet, increase, and before we join we should have 1 single crochet right here in this space. So if you prefer written instructions, please do check the description box. Okay, and before we join you have 1 single crochet here, and if you keep a marker, so this is the space we are always going to join like this for the top part, so that our join will not be visible. Okay, see here, you have an invisible join. So you chain one again, and like I told you, always start with 2 single crochet into the first stitch. 1, 2. So if you need, always place a marker. And in this row we are going to increase after 2 single crochet, so you'll have 1 and then 2 and increase after 2, 1, 2 in the same space, and you can cut this tail by now. So again you will have 1, 2 and then 2 single crochet in the same space, like that, and you will have this visible corner on your increases. So we should have 6 of them, so that's 1, 2, 3, and then you'll have 2 again, 1, 2, and then increase, and that's 4 corner, 1, 2, and this is 5. You'll have 1, 2, and this is 6. So before you join here, please keep that in mind. So if you have 2 single crochet in between your increases, you will have the same in here. So if you have 3, 4, 5, 6, or whichever number you have in between your increases, here is the same number you have in this space also. So I'll have 1, 2, and my first single crochet and join. So you chain 1 and again start with an increase, and in this row we are going to increase after 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, and then increase on the 4th stitch. You have 1, 2, 3, and increase and continue the row. So you chain 1, start with an increase again, and we are going to have the same repeat. Okay, the only difference is that you will have a bigger, the more rows you make, the more the number of single crochets you are going to have between your increases. And for this one here, I made until I have 10 single crochet in between my increases. So here we already have 3, so this row we will have 4, and you are going to continue making that until you have 10 single crochet in between your increases. So I have 4 and this is my increase, or you can take measurement. For kids I prefer it to be about, okay, for the circle to measure about 5 inches or less than 5 inches is also will also do. For adults you can go from 5.5 to 6 inches of wide of the circle. Okay, so take the measurement from one corner to the next corner of your circle and continue in the same way. Okay, by the end of this row you will start to see this. Okay, so keep going until you get to the measurement that you need. So after I have 10 single crochet in between my increases, this is what I get. And as you can see, from one corner to another corner is a bit above 5.5 inches, and if you need it bigger, please do make your circle bigger. if you are a big person. So from the next round you chain 1 and then you will not increase anymore. Okay, after you get to the size that you need your circle to be, you don't need to increase, just work 1 single crochet into each row. Okay, I will see you right here. So for this round, when you are here, you are not going to join. Okay, so this is your first single crochet, so into this stitch, okay, your last single crochet before the first single crochet here. This is the chain, so just work on in this stitch like that, and we are going to work just like this without joining the row until you get to the length that you need your heart to be from here to here. Okay, for this one I made about 16 centimeters from top up to here. Okay, for kids you can make up to 14 or 15 centimeters, and for adults it depends. Okay, or if you need it longer, if you are a big person, like I said, make it longer, make more rows. Okay, just take measurement, you don't need to count how many rows you did in all. Okay, use your measurement, or you can try it on your head and see if it is the length that you like. Okay, and after that we will do this part. Okay, so just work in round without joining. See, if you like, I show you. This is the last row that I use a slip stitch to join, and you can see this bump here, and the rest I'm just working in round, and this is what you see. If you still have questions or suggestions how to improve my tutorials, please do write them down in the comments below, and hope you enjoy making the hat. So when you get to the measurement that you need, from the inside you can see this bump here where we joined, so to that line, so here it is, the point where we joined. So you leave the next stitch, okay, and to the next, from the inside insert your hook like that and join here, then you chain 1 again and make 2 single crochet in this first stitch, and in the next stitch you will have 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochet in the same space. We are increasing after each stitch. Okay, you'll have 1 single crochet and then in the next single stitch you have 2 single crochet, and just like that complete this row until you are here. And if you are doing it right, you should have 1 single crochet before this first increase here. So here this is my first increase, and make your last single crochet here, and I have 2 single crochet before my first increase here. I missed a stitch somewhere, so but that's okay. Okay, you don't need to frog your work. So here again we are not going to join because we do not want this join to be visible on this part. So on top of your first single crochet, just make single crochet into each stitch all around, and if you need, keep a marker. Okay, after 2 rounds again, if you need, you will increase. So this is your first round, no increase on this round. So when you are here also, just continue working another round here without increase, and when you are at this spot again, I'll show you what to do. So when you are at this part here, If you like your hat to be just like this, okay, with this size only, you don't need to increase anymore. Just continue working with this number of stitches until you get to the size you want your brim to be. Okay, and if you want to be like this one, okay, this one here I made an increase again, so I'm going to do the increase here also. So you can start by making your increase right at this point here where you have your stitch marker. Make 2 stitches in one stitch, and in the next 2 stitch work 1 single crochet in each stitch, and you are going to increase on the 3rd stitch. In the first increase here we have an increase after 1 stitch. Here we will increase after 2 stitch to get to have this wider brim. See, so if you prefer only this much, then just continue working with this number of stitches. And this is my last increase of this round, and this is my first, so I have 1 2 3 stitch here. So just work 1 single crochet into the stitch and continue to work 1 single crochet into each stitch again for 2 or 3 rows, as much as you like this part to be. Okay, here I have 3 rows here, 1 2 3 rows after the last increase here. So you work as many rows as you like. After that I'll show you. When you are satisfied with what you have in here, this is the space where we start, so I'll cut my yarn, leave the next stitch and into the 2nd stitch after your last, take the loop and secure. And you can use your needle to weave in your ends, and just like that you have a beautiful bucket hat. And if you like the video, please give the video a thumbs up and do share with your friends if they are interested. And thank you so much for watching.